Hello, everyone. This is Emre Kızdırmak with Rincon Technologies, and we are here today with Peter Vanjala. Peter is an IT specialist with over a decade of experience in the IT field, and in this session, we will be discussing about managing and operating a Wi-Fi network with Cambium Network's CM Maestro tool.
Thank you, Emre.
We will start with discussing the requirements in terms of management and daily operations of a Wi-Fi network. And we will go through the controller options for CM Pilot series access points and some advantages, technologies CM Pilot offers for smooth operation and satisfaction of your guests. CM Maestro is quite an easy-to-use tool to monitor and configure every device in your network, including your Wi-Fi IPs, switches, and even the backhaul. It provides you a complete visibility over your entire network and even the client devices. There are different flavors of CM Maestro as the cloud and on-premises versions, and also an appliance like a traditional Wi-Fi controller. You may have security concerns for the cloud version. However, all traffic between the devices and the cloud is over HTTPS, and it's completely secure. You don't even need to add a new rule to your firewall to start using it. Also, the traffic between the cloud and the devices consists of only monitoring and configuration. No data is sent to the cloud. And the best thing with CM Maestro is the cloud and on-premises versions are completely free. You can start using them right away after the presentation. Before we start, I want to go over the CM Pilot portfolio, the enterprise series access points from Cambium Networks as a quick reminder. There are several models of access points available with CM Pilot series to fit your exact needs, actually. For example, the E425 and E430 are specifically designed to provide per-room Wi-Fi for hospitality, whereas the E400 and E600 are designed for public places. For the outdoor models, the variety of the portfolio is shaped according to the capacity and antenna type. There are sector antenna models available with 120 and 90-degree antennas, as well as the high-performance models with filters against RT interference if it's a problem for your network. There's also new models using Wi-Fi 6 available from Cambium Networks. The new technology will allow you to cover high-density areas with a few access points and still provide high throughput for your guests. Now I'm handing the presentation to Peter, and Peter will talk about the benefits of using CM Pilot access points and CM Maestro for your daily operations. Peter, we are on you now. I will stop sharing my screen, and you can take over.
Okay. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining us today. Thank you, Emre, for the warm invites. So we'll start off with setting the requirements on design. And when you're coming up with the requirements for managing and operating a Wi-Fi network, we look at the costs of the managed solution. Leaving Wi-Fi to ill-equipped IT department will only require you to enlist the help of third-party providers to assess, fix, and maybe even replace your current system. So a managed Wi-Fi solution offers will free up your operations team as well as your IT personnel to be able to focus on other business matters. So you'll find that when the Wi-Fi network works, employees follow suit and hence operating at a peak productivity. So in terms of configurations, many fail to realize that network security goes far beyond just assigning logins and providing access to authorized users. So there exists a myriad of configuration options with the network that can separate user traffic from other functions. You just need the right equipment, selecting the proper switches, gateways, controllers, access points, probably just as important as is the configuration of your managed Wi-Fi system. So in terms of security configurations, we also realize that many configurations are done, and this actually is a key requirement. So proper access to detailed reports on demand and glean insight into your network utilization, the uplink performance, and other metrics that empower you to make more informed decisions on business operations. So your Wi-Fi managed provider should also be able to group your access points by location and apply unique policies to each based on the requirements of that office. So there should be no hidden costs, and you can easily budget for years ahead without spending much time on the logistics. You should also be able to ensure that the Wi-Fi system also needs to be maintained as new upgrades, security upgrades are coming up, and the performance of the network is also being enhanced with the updates and upgrades. It's important to apply the upgrades at the times and to have all the configurations backed up in case something happens. So you need to improve your user bandwidth by ensuring throttling and content filtering are in place to control how much your bandwidth is used on your network. So another key requirement is access to technical support for the managed solution. So another key element for managing and operating your Wi-Fi network is to have a Wi-Fi manager. So Wi-Fi manager is basically a tool that is used for managing your network. A Wi-Fi manager will provide customized insight into various aspects of the network. This will include things like aspects like network security. You also get a customized dashboard. You'll also get a Wi-Fi booster tool, and probably also advanced support. So Wi-Fi manager can be in 3 different forms. You can have it in autopilot, you can have it in standalone mode, and you can have it in the form of a CN Maestro, which is a cloud controller / on-premise. So in the next slides, we'll have an overview of these models. So when you're looking at autopilot, this is basically a feature in the access points that allows one AP to be a controller for the other access points on the network. It's used to basically handle the configurations, statistics, events, and even the firmware management. So the advantage is there are no licenses required when you configure autopilot. And then the other option is standalone. A standalone access point basically provides connectivity between the different wireless devices. This is from frame to the connected devices, and it's on a physical address, so it forwards it to the destination device. So these APs or access points operate in autonomous mode without a controller, the need of a controller. Now we look at CN Maestro, which is a cloud-based or on-premises software platform for secure and end-to-end network control. So the CN Maestro Wireless Network Manager basically simplifies the device management by offering full network visibility and zero-touch provisioning. You can view and perform a full suite of wireless network management functions in real time. You can optimize you can also optimize the system availability, and you maximize your throughput and meet emerging needs of business and residential customers. So this solution can be deployed on the cloud as well as on the premise. So the command center multi-tenancy solutions offers one platform, and this links hundreds of sites or thousands of locations. Okay, so the CN Maestro controller can be deployed in 3 forms. So you can have it in cloud platform, you can have it on the premise option, and the last option is to have it in autonomous mode. So what we're mentioning is the fact that the CN Maestro is very simplified. in the sense that it's firewall friendly, it's accessible, and it's actually free of charge. So you don't need to pay for any of these. The CN Maestro has benefits, and this quite a number. Among them, it's the fact that it's easy to use. You basically just simply need to create a cloud account, and it's accessible from any browser. It's also very scalable, so it allows you to expand the network. This diagram basically explains the architecture of the CN Maestro cloud, where if you can see clearly the Cambium IPs are connecting to the cloud controller. So for deployment, when it comes to frictionless deployment, when claiming a device in the CN Maestro, when you're onboarding, so you'll either need to manually enter the serial number or basically import a CSV file with numerous serial numbers, or you can just use a barcode scanner to automate the process. So you just simply plug the device into the network and it will automatically phone home. So when it comes to on-premise option, the CN Maestro can also be deployed on-premise, whereby you have a bare metal hypervisor or desktop virtualization. So some of the features that are on the CN Maestro Cloud Controller will include things like the dashboards. So these actually enable you to visualize devices from tower to edge with a customized dashboard for each device. So you also get dashboard for Wi-Fi devices, including your AP and AP groups and sites. The other cloud feature is the troubleshooting. So it displays the tower to edge status in a single graphic view. So you'll have client details and health. It also helps you to troubleshoot client connectivity directly on the AP. So the other feature is the notifications. Basically, you get status updates with alarms. So you can use this for customer issues, and you can filter these alarm histories and review the events. The other feature is you have the device inventory. So you're able to access your devices at the system level or by a network tower or site. So device data can be exported in PDF or CSV format. The other cool feature about it is the statistics, trending, and the reports. So you can do historical, radio, and network statistics. You can download these reports offline for further investigations. Another important feature of the Cloud Maestro is the Cloud Controller is the bulk image upgrade. So you can actually upgrade software in a site or across sites in a single job. You also have AP groups and wireless LAN configuration. So you can automatically synchronize configurations across devices mapped to an AP group. Maps and map modes, you can actually leverage on the Google Maps to visualize your device health. You can change the mode of the map to display various wireless key performances. Then you also have zero-touch onboarding, so which pre-configures the Cambium devices so that they be automatically onboarded, connected to the network. Then it also allows you to have multiple administrators. So you can invite colleagues by email to manage your devices in your organization's cloud controller. Okay. So now we're going to look at the CN Maestro controller, how to create an account. So creating an account is very simple and very straightforward. You just need to basically define your name, a friendly name to recognize the CN Maestro controller account. So the name should be unique and cannot be changed. So that you should make sure it's something that you want to keep. So this uniquely identifies the CN Maestro controller account. And you'll also have an onboarding key that only applies to the person that created the account. So additional users are invited to this control account. They can set their own onboarding keys, and basically the default username and passwords are admin, which is very easy to remember. So CN Maestro dashboard, this shows you how it looks like. It has several menus. It encompasses menus like the network monitor. So you'll also have alarms. You'll also have a reports menu. You'll also have a software update where you can do updates for your APs. You also have this, it also has the service menu. So on the wireless LAN configurations, you have wireless LAN rate limit. So each client traffic can be configured so that users, it basically ensures that users do not monopolize bandwidth. Then it also has the all wireless LAN traffic, so it limits guest network over corporate network. So you can also have the wireless LAN scheduled access, where it controls the clients who are allowed on a network, and you also have it. You also have the ACL. So ACL is it ensures that if a packet does not match any configured rules, then the packet is dropped. It's also important to know that you can apply ACL at the wireless LAN SSID level or at the Ethernet interface level. So all Cambium products are capable of providing a mesh network service. So one radio can actually be set up as a mesh base and up to 5 other radios. So this is basically known as a mesh clients, and this can be connected to it. So auto RF management is also another configuration that can be done on the CN Maestro controller. So this basically tells the APs to either turn down their power if they're in close proximity to another AP that you own running on the same channel with enough power to cause interference. So if that changes later because one of them fails or their channel changes, the AP will then increase the power gain. So off-channel scan, this is constantly running off-channel scan. This is done only every configured period. So every 30 minutes, we go off-channel, every 6 seconds to every channel, and dwell for 50 milliseconds and take two samples. So auto channel minimizes channel overlap. It optimizes the cell sizes for better roaming, and it also maximizes on the efficiency by picking the best channel available for each AP. So then it regularly builds the plan in search of an optimization. While auto RF, this just basically tells the APs to turn down their power if they're in close proximity to another AP that you basically own on the same channel. So with enough power to cause probably interference. So if that changes later because one of them fails or the channels changes, the AP will then increase the power gain. Band steering is also another configuration that is done on the CN Maestro. So this basically detects clients capable of 5 gigahertz operation, and it steers them to that frequency, which leaves the more crowded 2.4 gigahertz band available for legacy clients. This will help improve the experience of the end users by basically reducing channel utilization, especially in places where there is high density. So dual band operation with band steering is configured on a per SSID basis. So this talks about data rate tricking on the CN Maestro controller, and data rate tricking can be achieved by 3 modes. So you can have a minimum unicast rate, you can also do adequate coverage, and you can also do enhanced roaming. When it comes to airtime fairness, this is a feature on the wireless access points to increase the performance of faster clients in the presence of slower or old legacy clients. Legacy clients need more airtime to transmit and receive the same chunk of data compared to faster clients. So because of this, the slower clients monopolizes their airtime and brings down the throughput of the faster clients as they get lesser chance to transmit. So when you enable this particular feature considerably, it will improve the performance of faster clients by controlling the airtime of the legacy clients. So displayed on this dashboard is the CN Maestro controller, which gives an overview of the devices, alarms, and health. We'll now look at troubleshooting on CN Maestro. On CN Maestro controller, you get 3 tools which are available on the cloud controller. So you'll have the packet capture, you also have the ping and trace route, and you also have the Wi-Fi analyzer. Next, we'll look at setting up guest access. So CN Maestro Radius configuration incorporates up to 3 Radius servers for authentication and accounting. This is used for EAP 802.1 access. It's also used for guest access. It's also used for MAC authentication. And servers can load, balance, or failover. And it also incorporates standard interoperability, where you have 3GP, AAA servers, Windows Active Directory, and free Radius servers. So for guest access hotspot 2.0, some of the benefits will include the Wi-Fi certification. It's basically secure and seamless. APs will authenticate clients over various providers, and you're not required to advertise SSIDs, and the communication is encrypted. Now we'll look at having one AP as a controller. So APs can act as a controller in small networks with up to 32 access points. This is basically independent of the CN Maestro controller, whether on the cloud or on premise. And this basically is ideal for small networks. So then you also have a master AP function. As a master AP, it can actually manage up to 31 other APs. And this supports mixed types whereby you can have E400 CN pilots, E500 CN pilots. It also tracks statistics for up to 1,000 plus clients and up to 16 SSIDs. I will now hand over to my colleague Emre to take us through the remainder of the presentation. Stop sharing my screen.
Thank you very much, Peter. Let me share my screen.
Hello, Emre?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm trying to
Hello?
share my screen. Hello? Peter? Hello? Okay, can you all see my screen now? Okay, good. So, okay, let's start with the warranty options for the CM Pilot series. Uh, all outdoor access points come with a 3-year warranty, and the indoor access points come with a 5-year warranty standard. So, and you can even extend this warranty period. There are extended warranty options available up to 4 more years for each device. So regarding the accounts, that the same account you use for CM Maestro Cloud gives you access to the support center, Cambium community forum, and the learning portal. You can create and follow up your tickets, access the latest menus and useful tools in the support center. The Cambium community forum has lots of practical information from other users. And you can also ask your questions and share your experience with your equipment. Cambium engineers are a natural member of the forum where they share useful information and answer your questions as well. In the Learning Center, you can have access to the training videos and certification exams. The training videos are especially useful when you're deploying your equipment. Just keep in mind that all these services are free and you don't even have to have an access point in your hand to start learning about it. I suggest you go to supportcambiumnetworks.com or learningcambiumnetworks.com right after the webinar and start looking around. I will share the links right now on the chat. Okay, I shared these links, so you can go there right after the webinar. Okay, last but not least, as Wincom, we have a large engineering team spread around the globe. Other than our own engineering team, we also have local presence and partners across the world to help you locally when necessary. And we can help you to build, expand, or troubleshoot your Wi-Fi network regardless of where you are in the world. We are available 24/7. If you have any questions, you can type it in the chat. I will give a couple of minutes for that. Or if you want, you can later reach us through our emails and ask your questions offline. Okay, I don't see any questions. So, oh, now there's a question. Do you have a planning tool for hotspots? Actually, yes, we do. We mentioned that in the first webinar of this webinar series. It is called Wi-Fi Designer. It's available free of charge from Cambium Networks website. You can download and start using it. There's also an online version, web-based version that you can use. You can go to cambiumnetworks.com and go to software, and you can find the tool there. That's quite useful. All the access points are there available. Okay, I don't see any more questions. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today. I hope it will be useful for you. As I suggested, please go to the links that I shared and take a look around from the support address. You can also access to the forum, the knowledge base, and many other useful links. Thank you. The links are in the chat I just shared. Okay, Yasin says that you cannot see the link, so I'm going to share it again. Okay, can you see the links now? Okay, maybe the chat doesn't accept the links, so I will tell it.
Hello, Emre.
Yes, sir.
I think you should share with all panelists and attendees. It's only visible to the panelists.
Oh, okay, okay. My bad, my bad, my bad. Sorry. Okay, now I think you can all see it now. Okay, go to these links and have a look around. I think it will be useful for you. There's lots of amazing information, not only unique to Cambium, but in general in Wi-Fi and RF as well. So thank you all. Thank you for being with us today, and have a good one.